When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Huskers will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Illinois' offense will get first crack at it today. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the court.
Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Nebraska's offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best. In the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his back.
There he goes to the left. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in.
question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now on the counter. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, this defense in their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to pass, it's McCoy. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass.
Well, you can tell those 2 have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. The touchdown, Huskers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field.
Number 14, in punt formation to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out. As we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Turning it on. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Line gets set, first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Really really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Huskers are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Cornhuskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's McCoy. Pressure coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to return it. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Is on its way. He's got it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's carry-on. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments. Put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. The screen, he can go. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Got enough space. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 31 over Georgia Tech. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun to give to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Going to the running game. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and...
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound. What they were seeing and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Back to throw, it's McCoy. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but When you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The give from the gun. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Huskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Rossi, bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses in the past.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Makes the catch. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And a Nice, crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man to the left. Off and running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Illinois.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll run it from the gun. Hard running there. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Making side adjustments here. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Cornhuskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Turns it loose. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Back to throw, it's McCoy. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Huskers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver with the run on 1st and goal. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Rossi. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play.